All right, let's go. Earth signs. This is for January of 2017, you guys, okay? Hope you guys are doing great. And you guys are my inaugural reading on YouTube. Yay! All right, so the general energy, you guys can look down at the bottom. You see clear out debris and spell card number 31, which is trust. I feel like you guys have to trust that what you're getting rid of, be it person, place, or thing, so any noun that you're getting rid of in your life, you gotta know that you're like clearing that shit out for the right reasons. Okay, you're getting rid of those people because they've been toxic and they're draining and you don't have any more time for that. Okay, you're getting rid of, I feel like, a lot of negative thinking and bad habits this year. Okay, so, and I keep hearing hoarders. Like if you've been hoarding paper, or if you've been hoarding like knickknacks, or like if you've just been holding on to shit just because you need to hold on to it in your mind because it's habitual, I feel like you're going to be letting it go this year. It's going to be like, you know what? Why do I have all this clutter? For some reason, I keep hearing Capricorns with that one. And being married to a Capricorn, trust me, y'all know how to hold on to some paper. Okay? I'm just going to put that out there. So that's the biggest thing, is trust that you know what you're doing. If it's instinctual to let it go, release it. Okay? That's your spirit's way of letting you know it's time to let go. I need room to expand. I need to grow. I need to be like Jupiter, just huge and on fire. Okay? Even though I know you all are ruled by, Saturn, most of you, or some, well, that's Capricorn. But anyway, even though you guys are ruled by many other planets, I just keep feeling like Jupiterian energy, like where you need to be expansive. You need to breathe, and you can't do that if you're holding on to all this other baggage, okay? All right. The tarot cards I'm using are the Aquarian Tarot, okay? It's the one I use the most. So if you go over to the left, we've got Virgo, okay? Virgos, you all are the talk of the town, and in some ways it's okay, but I feel like for the majority of you, it's not in a good way. You're on everybody's radar, okay? And while that's typically a really good thing for you in most cases, because you all tend to be the center of attention in a really good way, because you're very magnetic and you're really good with your words. The problem with this is that I feel that you're under a microscope that you never asked to be under, okay? And yes, it will be fruitful in some ways because people are looking at you and inspecting you to see if you're up to snuff in order to move beyond where your current station is. I feel like it has to do more so with like a job or employment. It could also have to do romantically with whether or not, somebody wants to ask you out on a more serious level as opposed to like, just hanging out as friends. But I feel like it has a lot more to do with, can you move beyond this level? And that's why you're being inspected. Okay. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it will be fruitful. And I feel like it's going to be really fruitful later down the road. Like more so like, into summer, autumn is when you'll be like, that's why you were, all up my butt. You may feel a little micromanaged here. It's not really in your head that people are watching you, but don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Okay? I will caution you there. All right. Moving on to the center. Capricorns. I feel like you all, in a very weird way, are about to reunite and rekindle a love affair with yourself. I keep hearing you're going to be married to yourself. Even if you're in a committed relationship, you feel like, you know what, I need to renew my vows to myself. I need to be grounded. I need to stop seeing things through somebody else's lens. I don't feel like you've been able to see clearly, especially toward the end of 2016, like that second half. You all were just like walking through a fog. And it wasn't so much that it was a bad fog, but it was like, okay, who am I seeing? Am I seeing this through my lens, or am I seeing this through somebody else's lens? And you couldn't trust yourself. Okay. So now you're learning that you need to be able to see through your own lens and live in that truth, no matter what anybody else has to say. Okay. That's what the Hierophant is really talking about. Like getting back in tune with yourself. This could be a really good time for you to start meditating again, or picking up practices where you can still your mind. Okay. Even if it's not meditation in the sense of, sitting down and, chanting. I feel like whatever zens you out, whatever gets you to just kind of focus and just tune into you. I feel like this could also be a good time for crafting and doing menial tasks, like really menial. I don't see a lot of like head-on deliberation, But I do see where you may not necessarily get along with a lot of people right now because they're going to be trying to impede upon your solitude. And the solitude is something that you need. Be upfront as much as possible and just say, look, I just need some time. It's nothing personal. It's not you, especially for those of you who are attached. I feel like you really need to go into it saying, you know what, this has nothing to do with you. That is to say, if it has nothing to do with, aspects of your marriage or your relationship. But if it's just, you soul searching, let them know, look, it's not anything personal, but I do need to be able to, detach and just kind of be quiet this month or during this week or so. Okay. Taurus. You all, I feel, are actually going to be kind of in la la land in a good way. This is going to be a time of really great building power for you. If you're in real estate, this is going to be a great time to buy up some property. And I know that may seem very counterintuitive, but it's going to be a good time for you to start procuring some things on a material level. I keep hearing liquidity. You're going to be looking more into liquidity, like the liquidity of things. Also the liquidity of relationships. Okay. I feel like this is a good time for you to start manifesting, or that the things that you've been trying to manifest are going to start coming true. Okay. But you are totally in power. Okay. Totally in your power. The one thing I will say though is that even though everything seems to be moving great, you may not be so into it. It's kind of like you might be a little bit on autopilot with the Queen of Wands there. I feel like it's like, yeah, I could do it, but like I know I need to do it, but But I feel like you're going to plow through it anyway, and you're going to reap the benefits of it later on down the road. And you know that because you're always thinking 10 steps ahead, which is a beautiful thing. Okay. Relationships here. I feel like relationships are going to be good. I feel like you're going to be going out and having a little bit more fun, and you're going to be looking at the possibilities as opposed to what concretely is already there with you. Okay. I do feel like for all earth signs, this is a good time for you all to start boosting your metabolism, because the more you all start thinking, the more sedentary you get, and the more weight you accumulate, or the more toxins you accumulate. So this is a good time for you all to start, not so much a weight loss plan, but think about what you need to do to incorporate something new. Mix up your diet a little bit. And I feel like some of you have been a little bit too starchy lately. So throw in some green leafy vegetables, or throw in some citrus-based fruits in order to help, stimulate some stuff. Wake up. And yeah, other than that, I feel like things are going to be really good for you guys this month, as long as you're true to yourselves and just trust that you know what you're doing. Okay? Nobody else has to understand it. As long as you get it, it's all that matters. Okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments, and or concerns, and I will see you soon. Take care. Keep your gazes forward.